Hello, Frugal Nuts. Welcome to FrugalBC, our live show. Let's all go. I'm your host, FrugalBC, and I got a big slate of news coming to you today. And let's a bunch of stuff we're going to talk about today. And this will be our last stream until Decipher, because next Saturday I will be traveling and heading to Dubai for Decipher. Still kind of can't believe that I'm actually going. Kind of crazy. We got a great program for you today. Lots of stuff, lots of news to talk about. Just starting off, we're going to be talking about some FTX news again. I know, we're probably all sick of hearing Sam Bankman-Fried's name by this time, but there's just some good stuff to talk about and some things to think about there. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Did Coinbase become ineligible from governance? Some speculation on that, thanks to some sleuths looking at the wallets there. And Algorand is #1 coin on Lunar Crush. We're going to talk about that, what that means. Will quantum computers smash the blockchain? Well, one particular one is maybe not, and that might be, you might be able to guess which one that is. Also got Tiny Man and Para partnering up to offer us, well, we'll talk about what that partnership is in the program. And ASA Stats got a new app. We're going to look in that a little bit too. Plus, we're going to talk about some videos I did this week, like on avatars, and another Sam Bankman-Fried one. A guy who found out about a year ago who had already kind of called him out for his nonsense. So welcome, guys, to the stream. Leave a like and make sure you chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. Super chats are all available too, and all that. Let's see who's all on. I'm going to show today Crypto Head. Oh, Crypto Head, I owe you a response. You pointed out that I took that short from the live stream last week, and it came across. I thought it was new news, and I looked at the date. It's back from March, so I deleted the short, and then I was going to reply to you, and I realized I couldn't reply to you since I'd already deleted the short. But thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate that. Welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the videos I did this week. So I just did a video on avatars, just came out, and I got to say I was really, really impressed with it. It's a super fun game. I recommend going and checking out my video on it, because really it kind of gave me that magic of, like, back when, the nostalgia from when I first played Magic the Gathering, and I was so excited about the game. And I can't quite put my finger on what it is about this game that sparks that same feeling, but I was really excited and I just wanted to play again and again. So it's in beta. It's not finished yet. You can't play with any of the NFTs or anything, but the game itself is really fun. It's complex. And so I recommend check out that video and see the breakdown I did of it, and then you can actually go play the beta game right now. And also I did a video on this writer who apparently saw through Sam Bankman-Fried about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, actually. And apparently we should have listened to him because he saw this coming. So I think that video is worth a look too. Let's see. Well, let's go to the news. Actually, let's go to the charts first, because this is interesting. This is very interesting. Everything's starting to come up a little bit after the Sam Bankman-Fried crash, as I'm called, the FTX crash. You know, on the week, everything's almost kind of evening out or down a little bit. Everything's kind of pumping in the last day, just a touch. Some more than others. XRP is actually doing pretty good on the week. Yeah, some of the coins like Doge, Cardano are down. Solana now fallen down to 15th. In fact, there's some news about that. I'll have to dig that up because I forgot to include that in the live stream. But it looks like Tether is actually decoupling from Solana and trying to go to a different chain. Probably one of the reasons why it's fallen. Well, now it's down 13%. So it's actually, it's actually up from where it was before. Litecoin getting a big pump. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Litecoin lately. That was one of the originals I bought in 2017 when I first got into crypto. And that unit said Leo. I still don't know much about it, and I haven't looked. Cosmos, I'm gonna have a video soon coming up about. I finally moved my Cosmos off of Coinbase, because I'm trying to get. I want as little on exchanges as possible. I'm actually decoupling from unconsciously uncoupling from Cake DeFi. I did some videos on that about over a year ago, and I just losing my faith in centralized platforms like that. I just don't want to be on it anymore. So getting off of that, let's go down to the big news. Algorand up 10% on the week, amazingly. Made a really good recovery. We're over 30%, folks. We're at 30 cents. We're over 30 cents. Yay. Very cool. And let's look at on the Vestige chart. I'm going to share this. I remember to hit the button this time. Look at that, 30 cents. And maybe climbing. Look at those little candles. I like to see those green candles. Let's just take a look at the indicators for a second. Now, I'm not a huge expert, but I learned just enough to take a look at these two. I think these are good ways to look at it. So yeah, we're kind of near the top of the Bollinger Band, so we shouldn't expect too much of a pump up, but that's not always a great indicator. What is a good indicator is usually when the RSI hits right around here. And we only saw a little mini pump here with that same thing. And RSI is under 30 as it was here. That's usually an indicator that some kind of pump is coming. But then it's hard to tell. That's the only thing I know to look for is like the RSI is below this and it's toward the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the 4-hour chart. That's usually a good sign that you're going to get a decent pump coming. Good news if you want to be a trader. I've never seemed to be able to make that work for me. I end up losing money even when I make smart trades. I think because I'm just not dealing with a high enough volume for it to make up for the fees. But anyway, this is, let's go to the actual, pardon me a second. Now this is where it gets tricky because these are all based on, I believe they're all based on, well, it's not here though. Yeah, DeFi token sitting at half a cent, a little over half a cent. Cosmic Gold around 0.06. I think that's gone up a little bit. It has up in the last 24 hours, down a little in the week. Yeah, chips, a lot of these are just kind of holding. Prestige had a big pump in the last 24 hours. That's interesting. Yieldy's down again. There's a lot of talk about Yieldy just being dead. In fact, there was on the Reddit, one of the Algorand subreddits, apparently they still include Yieldy in the intro post, and people were saying that maybe they should take that off at this point. I think that's probably smart. Bank down a little bit, Webland kind of even, Algo Stake even. It's up on the week. I noticed that because my Algo Stake, my stake in Algo Stake has been going back to 3 cents a day versus 2 cents. So big move on my part. All right, see how people are doing today. Yeah, like Crypto says, hit that like button. Smash, as I always say, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. Just give it a little tap there. I appreciate that, Crypto Head. And Jared Reed in the house says, "Hey, Frugal, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? Good to have you here on a Saturday night. It's really cold outside, so I didn't do anything outdoors. I went to jiu-jitsu. I'm really tired now, and now I'm going to be inside the rest of the day and probably go to jiu-jitsu tomorrow. Oh, Pat Hardery is in the house. What's going on? Last live stream before Decipher. I'm very excited. Kind of nervous. I've never traveled to the Middle East before. Dubai looks really nice. It looks like a great place. So I'm not really worried about any of that. But, it's, you go to a new continent or new place and you always there's always part of you that's a little nervous about it. So really excited to meet a lot of the project creators and I want to do like little mini interviews with them. I'm more interested in the people who are creating stuff than I am like the foundation people. If the opportunity comes to interview someone there and I have something interesting to ask them, I'm down with that. I'll talk to them, but honestly, like the people who are creating, the people making the games, Cosmic Champs is going to be there, Avatars is going to be there. Pretty cool that we have 2 games alive in beta now. We didn't have that a year. I was just thinking about a year ago. We had a few DeFi stuff, but we're still pretty light compared to where we are now. So it was a good time. It's a good time to be an Algorand person. Good time to be in this, but that's enough of me yapping. Let's get to some news. So did Coinbase become ineligible from governance? I'm going to look at this Reddit post because I think this is really interesting. Just give me just a second. Kind of doing a new Yeah, here it is. So the post begins, I believe the ineligible whale is Coinbase. For those that don't know, yesterday a group of wallets totaling over 200 million algo went ineligible all around the same time. Yesterday, folks over on the official sub rightly found that all the funds were swirled around various accounts before landing on this wallet. That he points out this is where the trail stopped as of yesterday. However, in the wee hours of this morning, that wallet moved 30 million algos to the following wallet. I'm not going to read these letters. You can see it on screen. QTUU wallet then moved 30 million algos to the following wallet. And this one, yada, yada, keep moving them. This is where we get our first real bit of info. The AQ2U wallet almost exclusively interacts with the GGYZ wallet and the Coinbase Pro wallets that are named as such in Algo Explorer. Well, there you go. So he kind of tracks. There's the most of the rest of this is he just kind of tracks where these wallets are going. Sure looks like people withdrawing from an exchange. Indeed, I know for a fact that this is a Coinbase wallet that issues customer withdrawals. How do I know? Because on multiple occasions, when I've withdrawn my algos after making a buy, they have come from this address. So that's pretty interesting. It kind of makes you wonder why. So I made a little joke in the, what's the thumbnail about this? You know, you okay? But I'm really genuinely curious why they would have withdrawn from governance. But I'm enjoying it. Especially, I'm really happy with governance now that they allow LP pools. And Tiny Man was smart enough to offer a pool that extended through the period of governance. Very smart on them. Kent says hi. Hi, Kent. Welcome to the stream. And CryptoHead says Coinbase transferred Coinbase Pro to Coinbase. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have viewed Coinbase lately, but it's all kind of one thing now, which I like. So it's still, in my opinion, the cheapest way to buy Algorand. And so what I do is I buy it on there and then almost immediately send it to my Algo wallet, which is linked with my Para wallet. And if you don't know how to do that but want to, I do have a video, so go search my channel for it. You'll find it. I got laughed at a lot. When I learned about it, I was like, this is great. This is really helpful. And then some people asked me, wait, how did you do that? I said, all right, I'll make a video. Some of my best videos, I think, have come from people saying, hey, you should make a video on this, especially when I hear it from multiple people. Okay, what else we got? I think this is a Reddit one too, but Algorand is the #1, the coin of the day on Lunar Crush, which says it's this is really compelling. Its community activity has been impressive. Let's take a look at that. As Algorand bounces from the recent dip, its community activity has been impressive. It is today's coin of the day on Lunar Crush. Galaxy score of 59 out of 100, alt rank 4 of 3991. That's a pretty good rank. And price at the time was 28 cents. It was up 10%. And obviously now it's at 30 as we record this. Very, very cool. Lunar Crush is interesting. They do rankings for Twitter influencers, and yeah, I'm not in the top 20 of Algorand influencers, which really surprises me. Maybe I don't tweet enough, but I don't know how far down I am, because they only let you go down to the top 20, or I guess you can go a little further, but you can't just like go to your page and see the number. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like measuring the social graph of different blockchains. I think it's pretty cool. Nice that they were able to. Actually, they let you see real-time metrics. Should we check this out? As soon as this loads up. Yeah, there's the price now. Social mentions are down a little bit. Social engagements are up. Market cap is up. Oh, no, I wanted to see that. Okay, here's one thing I don't like about the modern web. I don't like the skinny little scroll bar that's impossible to grab. It just annoys me so much. Come on. they just well, anyway. Oh, here. Well, no, not here we go. There. Yeah, prices up 13%. Market dominance up 38.5%. Volatility down 18.9. I should maybe use this more often. Some nice info in there. So I think that's pretty neat that they made this list. All right. Oh god, I almost thought I closed the live stream window. Yeah, so it says Coinbase leaving governance. It looks like they did. And Pat says Pro was shut down weeks ago, though. Yeah, no, it's like it must be. Yeah, I wonder what they did with the wallets. They probably kept the wallets, though, don't you think? I would guess. Yeah, I haven't used. I think it was a good idea to move Pro and just make it all one thing. It's a good way to save. It's a good way to save money because if you go through the other route, it's like a trade that costs $3. If you go through the trade route, will only cost you like 50 cents, and it's a lot easier. I think it's not that hard to learn. It does take a little figuring out. I should probably do another video on that sometime soon. Anyway, Pat was saying I want some good videos from Dubai. Yeah, I'm kind of going in. I don't fully know what to expect, so I have kind of a rough plan, but I'm gonna have to be ready to adjust on the fly. And I'm not sure if I'm going to. My plan right now is to do a bunch of short little interviews with some of the folks that are building who will be there. There's a team of about 10 project creators that were invited to be there, and so I want to do like mini interviews with as many as I can, and then I'm going to do like a daily recap every day. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that together, if that's going to be live, because I still have to figure out the time difference too. I know it's quite far ahead, so. Okay. There we go. We got more news, so let's keep going. Let's talk about the Sam Bankman-Fried stuff because in FTX. So a lot of us in the algo community read through the bankruptcy filing. Now the person who is at the head of FTX right now is the same person who handled the Enron bankruptcy, and he's been doing this for 40 years. And he said this is the worst that he's ever seen. And basically, their accounting was almost non-existent. I mean, I think he actually said that they didn't have an actual accountant on staff, which is insane for something that's handling billions of dollars. And one of the little details that I think is just hilarious and sad is that expenses were handled over chat, and they would be approved via emoji. So I'm just imagining like some FTX person said, sending bought Lambo, cool, and then he tweets back, frowny face, but like thumbs up. So okay, I don't like that you did that, but okay. Oh my god, you just can't imagine. Like what I'm trying to figure out is how these VCs came in and like they must have done some kind of due diligence, right? Like how did they do due diligence and not come across this and just think like, well, this guy's crazy, this stuff is crazy. Like I know that there's sort of the attitude of when a founder is really charismatic and they charm people. I kind of get that, but god, at some point you got to look at the books, right? It's just crazy. And then we've seen these like absolute. This is the part that shocks me. I guess it shouldn't, but it does. We've seen these absolute softball news stories. Like you just can't believe it. The New York Times one was just beyond the pale. I think they said something. There was a line about how Alameda borrowed $10 billion from FTX. No, you don't borrow customer funds. That's called fraud. It's just amazing. It's like after Madoff was caught, if they said, "Oh, Madoff borrowed funds from some people's retirements." No, you didn't borrow funds. It's called fraud. We have a word for it. And there's a lot of rumors swirling around about, well, he was donating to the right, the left wing causes, and he even kind of admitted that. He said something about in that interview with Vox, which I think is probably one of the better. I still think it was a little softball, but it was probably one of the better stories about Sam Bankman-Fried, just because it included him saying stuff. It was pretty revealing. I still think she went kind of soft on him, but it was good. It actually got stuff out there. And like he basically admitted that, yeah, he said he just basically played the game and said the right things so that the right people would play ball with him. And he met with Gary Gensler. We have documented proof of that. So it doesn't seem like the SEC was looking at him too closely, probably because, again, he was, helping. And he did fund both parties. A lot of them do that. They fund both parties so that they get favors. That's the way it works. If you think money is not influential in politics, well, it is. It doesn't matter if left or right. They all do it. So one of the best takes on this whole situation, and then I promise we're going to get off the FTX stuff because there's better things to talk about. One of the best takes came from Matt Taibbi. He's a former Rolling Stone reporter who is now independent on his own Substack, TK News. He was on Breaking Points this week, and they asked him about it, and he said that, the way to think about this, because like I still like believe in the technology. I think crypto has a lot of potential. He's like, but it's kind of like the .com era. So they're in the .com era. Venture capitalists were throwing money at any kind of business as long as it had a .com after it. It was the new craze, and a lot of those companies crashed and burned after the bubble burst. But out of that came some tech that we use every day: Facebook, Google, all these companies that we use, products that we use today, YouTube. I mean, we're using that right now. All that stuff emerged. So it's not, I think crypto is kind of the same thing. We've have a lot of companies, and there's a lot of venture capital money going toward these crypto companies, but we're going to have the bad actors. They're getting washed out. Mashinsky got washed out. Sam Bankman-Fried got washed out. A lot more is probably going to get washed out in this bear market. But what emerges, hopefully, will be sustainable and good stuff. And I think Algorand is going to be a big part of that because the tech just keeps being solid. I've always been a little concerned about Algorand being another Betamax. And I don't know how old you guys, my audience is, but during the 80s, there was a big battle between Betamax and VHS for who would be the best videotape, which sounds hilarious now. But which one's it's like which one is actually Betamax was the superior technology. It had better video and sound, but VHS, I don't remember exactly why they won, but in the end of the day, we were all watching VHS tapes. So that's that. The best tech doesn't always win, but most of the time I think it does. So I think, and I don't think there's going to be one blockchain. I just don't. I think there's going to be multiple chains, probably less than there are now. But I pretty strongly believe that Algorand will be one of them. And I don't think Solana will be. Sorry, Solana people, but I just don't think it. The writing's on the wall. They lied. They've lied from day one. They said they were going to mint 8 billion, and then or 8 million. No, was it 8 million or 8 billion? I can't remember which one. Anyway, they ended up turned out there was actually twice as many Solana coins as they said there was. Yeah, not good. And now Tether's even decoupling from it. It was just a little too decentralized. It goes down 9 times in 1 year. Sorry, not gonna do it. Let's see. Let's get on to some positive news here. Forbes had an article: "Will quantum computers smash the blockchain? Maybe not." Was the conclusion at the end there, which I like. And guess which one is one of the ones that will not smash it? This is new, right? I'm not doing this yet. November 15th. I'm a little concerned because last week I shared news that was like not 6 months old. Sorry about that. Quantum computing is touted to smash the blockchain and destroy its security. Meet the developers making sure that doesn't happen and the investors that sought them out. I'm pretty sure. Let's go. But one blockchain, Algorand, claims it is already ahead of the curve, and it is. Its chief technology officer, John Wood, says blockchain The blockchain is in its final stages of completely quantum computing proofing itself. Well, that's a word. that's a $20 word right there. But how? In 2016, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology ran a global competition asking tech experts to develop cryptographic algorithms that were immune to quantum attacks. Over 50 different algorithms were entered, and after nearly 6 years of inspection and testing, a handful have been selected as winners: Crystals, Dilithium, Falcon, and Sphinx Plus. These algorithms have become the world's quantum secure cryptographic standard. I love that one of them is dilithium. Oh wait, is it crystals dilithium? Oh, that's cool. Any Star Trek nerds out there? Because I love it. Crystals dilithium is from Star Trek. I love it. Very cool. That's what powered the Enterprise. Algorand have embedded one of these algorithms, Falcon. Oh, I wish it was crystals dilithium, but okay, as long as it works, maybe they can just call it that for my sake. They embedded algorithm Falcon into its system. In fact, several Algorand developers played a key role in its creation. It's like a mathematical trapdoor, Wood says. So I'm going to read the whole article. You can go into it, but yeah, I think this is really cool. It's kind of forward-thinking ethos that attracted Kiwi and Aussie Meld Ventures founders AJ Milne and Michael Cotton to become involved with the blockchain and eventually finance 40 Algorand-based projects, with each project still in operation. Well, that's curious, right? 40 Algorand-based projects. I wonder what those projects are. I don't know if they talk about it. Well, that's an article we're checking out. It's in Forbes. Actually, Forbes, this one happens to be Forbes Australia. So I assume it's on the regular one too, but I think that's pretty neat. Very cool. Dad says, Algorand, yay. Yeah, I think that's really neat. I love that the nerds are running the world. Fellow Star Trek people. Very cool. No love for Star Trek in the chat. I'm a little surprised. Oh yeah, and so shout out to Maru the cat. I don't know if she's watching right now, but she's I know she's appeared in the live stream before. She tipped me off that ASA Stats now has an app. You can get it right on your phone. There we go, Crypto Head. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Live long and prosper. All right. I need more Star Trek love. Okay. Yeah, so ASA Stats now has a live app. It is on Google Play and the App Store, so you can get it on your Android device or your Apple device. And as I probably told you, I had to commandeer an old Android phone from my sister so I could play Cosmic Champs, which is in beta. So we got Cosmic Champs in beta. We got Avatars in beta. Very cool. But yeah, I've been playing around with it a little bit, this app. I have my phone with me. Not that you're going to see it, but yeah, it looks pretty much just like the regular app on the web app, except the NFTs are categorized, which is kind of cool. I like that. There's like a little NFT tab where you can categorize them, and then there's like separate ASA tab too, which is pretty neat. So definitely worth checking out. Just a little item, probably not long enough for me to do a video on, but cool that it exists, right? Actually, that's all my news. Like I talked about the avatars video and the FTX videos, Sam Bankman-Fried videos, so go check those out. You guys got any questions this week? I'm going to go through the, let's see. I'm going to go through my channel just to see what people asked. Just got another subscriber. Very cool. And a good time to remind you, if you haven't hit the like button, I'd really love it if you do that. We got pretty good audience size today. I'm liking this earlier time. I think more people are coming in. But if you hit the like button, it'll show it to more people. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you on board here on the FrugalBC train. Us Frugal Knots, we're good folk. At least I like to think so. Let's see, just trying to see what questions people asked. Oh yeah, someone asked about the Avatars game. They were getting disconnected from the server. There was an issue yesterday. They put a new build out, and I guess there's a new build out yet today too. But they put a new build out with and you weren't be able to use the quick play button, but you could go into on the left. There's a little it looks like a little text box, and you click that, and you can actually create a game manually and do it that way. Let's see. Yeah, Avatar is very happy about that video, and I was chatting with them a little bit over Twitter DM today, and they said that they really like that the channel is honest and doesn't let anything influence it, and that's really what I go for here. I just want to give you guys an honest view of this stuff. The only thing I've taken so far is a Cosmic Champs NFT, and I was super clear that I was going to disclose that to you guys if they do that, and also that wouldn't change my objectivity at all. They shouldn't expect favorable coverage, and they didn't. Oh, and so Ryan Oberbeck, good credit to him for pointing out that the Avatars game is kind of similar to this mini game that was in Final Fantasy VIII, and I didn't play. I played 7, and I played 9, and 10, and a bunch of other ones. But I never played 8, so very interesting. I'm curious what other people have to say. Let's see. Oh, so I posted. Now, normally I post for something for the community channel. And by the way, if you guys want to join the community, there's a join button next to the subscribe button. And one of the things that people in my community get is they get my weekly moves. They get how much everything is making, how it's doing. I kind of give an update on my portfolio, my DeFi portfolio, and then what changes I've made. And someone pointed out they were a little surprised not to see Cometa in there. Well, I actually really like Cometa. I like it a lot. The problem is there's just no pools that I'm interested in there right now. And I've been really careful about which pools I will support. I want coins that have a strong project attached to it because I think it's going to stick around and the price won't just tank all of a sudden. Someone asked if on one of my Townstar videos if the earning has been added yet, and yet it has not. I just listened to another AMA on Friday, and still no word about where the earning will be turned back on. So they're finally doing those on Twitter, which is nice because you can just watch them right away. I don't have to wait till they get put up on YouTube. I did one about Polygon versus Algo, and I want to do more of these. People have been asking some questions on that. Let's see. On Lofty, someone asked if they can invest using Bitcoin, ETH, or Matic. And what did I tell them? Because I looked it up. I don't remember what I said. Oh, yeah, you can use ETH. So you can use Algo, US dollar coin, the Algorand version, Stable, and ETH. Those are the things you can use to pay for Lofty. I'm holding off on buying new Lofty coins until the market comes down a little bit. All right, let's see what you guys got. What stable coins do you like on Algorand? Yeah, so far I don't really use a lot of stable coins, but the one I really like is I just like the US dollar coin, the Algorand version. So I've done some. I was using the farming pool on Tiny Man with that. Now I'm using the Cosmic Gold and the headline pools, but it's a good. As far as I know, it's a good stable coin. I know there's some others like Stable, and I just don't have a lot of experience with them. CryptoHead asks, anyone know if Scaramucci has been DCAing into Algo? Yeah, so his firm had some exposure from Sam Bankman-Fried. I think he invested like 30% or something like that. Notably, he was supposed to host a video with Sam Bankman-Fried, or a session, at Decipher. Sam Bankman-Fried was going to call in. He wasn't going to be there, but he was going to video in. And I see that I don't think either of them are coming now. And I had actually reached out to Anthony Scaramucci's people to set up some kind of interview while I'm in there. And they got back right away and said something about that they'd get back to me, and then I just never heard anything since. So I guess that's not going to happen. All right. Well, we covered a lot of ground today, a lot of good stuff out there. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We had a good audience today. I think got nearly pretty close to 20. Might have had 20 concurrent viewers at that point, which is pretty good for me. Appreciate all the support, guys. And big shout out to nifgen.com, who's sending me to Dubai to do this. Now I leave on Saturday and the conference starts Monday, but the meat of it is Tuesday and Wednesday. So no, but it won't be Tuesday and Wednesday here. It'll probably be Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, for you guys. So, and I want to give a big shout out to them. Their platform is going live in the middle of December. That's going to be a Patreon style type service for Algorand creators such as myself. So we're very excited about that launching. We're hoping that this might lead to me doing this on a more full-time basis, which would be awesome. Because this is like, there's videos. I got a list of videos, like a long list of videos that I would like to do that I just haven't had time. I can only do like 2 or maybe 3 a week plus this live stream because I got a full-time job. So it'd be great. And I also have a paid newsletter. And if I could just do this in the paid newsletter, I could do a lot more content. It'd be better for you guys. It'd be better for me. So I'm really excited about the partnership with nifgen.com. But also, I want to thank all of you guys because you guys supported me. Some of you guys have been here since I had like a couple hundred subscribers, maybe even less. And some of you guys are newer, and that's all good. All of your support means a lot because, if I didn't have subscribers, if I didn't have you guys, NifGen probably wouldn't have considered me. And so it means a lot. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning into this live stream. When I first did it, I didn't know if like anyone would watch it or if anyone, I don't know. So I'm glad that people show up every week, and I love that you guys are in the chat, and I like it when you guys talk to each other too. That's really fun. So thanks so much, guys. The fact that I'm going to Decipher, I owe a lot to you guys, and I appreciate that. And I will do my best to get you great content from Decipher because you guys deserve nothing less. So thanks so much. I appreciate it, guys. You guys all have a good night. Stay safe out there. Not your keys, not your crypto. I'm going to say that every week. I'm going to say that as much as I can because we got to be safe out there, guys. But thanks so much, and we'll see you in the future.